So hello. It's this is weird. It's been so long since we've done this. 8 months was the last time we did this, but we're here. It's a watch along. It's a live stream. I'm so glad to be back. I'm really happy. And of course, we're at the time. Rugby League's here. Rugby League is back. I am just. It's got to be like one of the longer off seasons you could really have with like any sport. I mean, probably not compared to like say the NFL, but just man, it's been a while. It's like I'm looking at everything. Just trying to open a live chat. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. That's why I was causing a little bit of buffering there, but we're here. We're doing this. This is nerve-wracking, but it is also very exciting to be here. Obviously, first match of the pre-season challenge, and we are doing the Melbourne Storm playing away at Belmore to the Canterbury Bulldogs. Now, this is still sort of a part of the pre-season competition thingy where teams win 100k if they get the most points. Memory from collect, it's 12 points for a win, 6 points for a draw, nothing for a loss, and then you get bonus points for like 5+ tries, 5+ 10+ offloads, and 5+ line breaks, I believe is what it is. So it's just here. So we have got the poll, the bloody poll. I've missed this. I'm happy to be here. So let's have a look and see what is happening. We got an excellent connection. That's beautiful. That's what we want to see. Now I'm basically looking at the poll, 11 votes in. To be fair, most of the time during the lead up to this stream actually going live, the Storm were actually ahead. But now it seems to be the Bulldogs have now taken the lead in terms of how that will go. So that is, without a shadow of a doubt, very interesting because, I don't know, from like, both teams have basically named like extended squads and whatnot. So it's going to be a lot of chipping and changing. They've got unlimited subs, so you don't really know what they're going to be doing. But we've got the team list. I haven't converted it into like a lineup thing because just of how many people there are in this match. So I'll just have to read it off normal paper. But I do want to bring to attention one player in specifically. Now, we all know about the mythos and the aura around someone with a double-barreled name, whether it be their last name or their first name. I found the evolution, the next step of that situation. I found a quadruple-barreled name. Let me introduce you to Jonte Jr. Betham Missa, who's number 26 for the Melbourne Storm. Now, currently he's going to be coming off the bench. I'd like to see him get some minutes. Hell, we want to see a try happen, but that is who we are cheering for if you're a neutral somewhat. Like that name is a thing of absolute beauty. So we'll just keep that hidden there. It's just, let's like what we actually I need to find a way to fit it. So if we're just gonna, but then again, I don't want to make it look too small. This is we'll add a thing just right near to the side of like the one to watch. OTW. There we are. Purely because purpose, quadruple barreled name. There we go. Now we are. Sorry about that, gentlemen. So we just fresh clothes coming in. So yeah, so pretty much this is all this is going to be for the next sort of half an hour before the start of the match. So yeah, it's really brilliant. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try to do the transition thing and actually set up I'm going to try to set up the sort of thing to cross over with the, so add source. I'm going to do that. Of course, I'm not doing anything. Okay. So let's get the resources, that text removed, and we'll get the, this is window capture, which is what we use to capture the whole sort of stream. Okay. Okay, that's there. Oh, do I have to damn it. Okay, so I actually have to make it like this. At least you can still see the mic being picked up, so we'll just have to, there we go. There we go, so we go through the lineups, you know. Well, actually, we'll add a webcam, and we just got to position that in, because I am so professional and so good at this. So, hello. Just slide, oh, there we go. We are naturally cooking. So, first off, we'll start off with go through the starting lineup, and obviously, as you see right there, just need to see where the frame is. Okay, obviously you're seeing the back four. Ryan Pappenhausen, captain, starting at fullback for the Storm. Got Blake Taft starting at fullback for the Dogs. Then you go into the wingers and centres. You got Gerald Skelton, Bronson Jerry back in his first game for the last couple of years. Eli Clark and Blake Wilson for the Dogs. Dean Iramia, Remus Smith, Marion Sevi, and Kobe Williamson for the Melbourne Storm. Playmakers Matt Burton and Drew Hutchinson for the Bulldogs. And you got Keegan Russell Smith and Jonah Pizzette for the Storm. Now we go into the forward. You got Max King, Reid Marnie, and Palasa Farmasuli as the prop hooker prop for the Bulldogs. Tristan Powell, Tyron Wishart, and Aaron Penne for the Melbourne Storm. Second row, Kidione Katoga and Jacob Preston for the Dogs. Kane Bradley and Chris Lewis for the Storm. Jamin Salmon at lock for the Bulldogs, and Trent Lorio as the lock for the Salmon, yeah, for the Bulldogs, yeah, stop, yeah. And then we go through the list of, we'll do this list in one full pelt. So you've got Samuel Hughes, Toby Sexton, Liam Knight, Jordan Samrani, there's the interchange, but everyone's on the bench. So Harry Hayes, Bailey Hayward, Joash Papali, Jonathan Sewer, Jack Todd, Joseph O'Neill, Luke Smith, Lapoi Hapoi, Curtis Moran, William Afuolo, and Khaled Rajab. That's the Bulldogs bench for tonight. Now for the Melbourne Storm, we got Suliasi Prescott, Kaius Fatili, Lazarus Valepu, Tuapolotu Katoa, Tree Stewart, Cole Geyer, Sheldon Diaz, Thomas Rafter, Kariuria Stokes Mahara, Stanley Huron, Mitchell Jennings, the aforementioned Jonte Jr., Bethan Missa, Regan Hughes, and Jake Toby. So that is the massively elongated squad list for tonight. So, easy, really simple, just a lot of names. So we're just seeing now if there's any other. Okay, yeah, the votes are coming in. And very interestingly, yeah, it's still pretty evenly split, which is, it's interesting to note and see how that, like how it's going to go, because obviously you got players in the starting team, you also got a lot of fringe players and youth players, so you don't really know what's going to happen. You don't really know what's going to happen this matchup. Excited to see if anybody's got any predictions. So I've just realised if I click over to another, if I minimize this, could it like hamper the effect? Because that's what happens when I cross it off. It gets it all blurry when I'm looking at something else. So let me just go through just doing some backlog on them. So how are you all doing? Hope you are all well. What was the most fun thing you did?
You want steak and
I'm fine for today.
just veggies?
I'm fine for today. Yeah. God damn, I don't know how these people get in my house. I just don't get it. They just keep appearing and wanting to talk to me. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we're getting pretty much just doing a lot of content, getting ready for the start of 2024 or for the NRL, and it's exciting, very, very exciting. So we also today just hit 1,800 subs, so that's a milestone in of itself. And now that I've said that, people will unsub because they're funny. They are funny like that because people partake in a little bit of trolling of somewhat, but yeah, it's going to be massively. It's really, like, especially judging off of last season, you don't really know what's going to happen. Like, for all we know, like, I know a lot of people, including myself, don't have teams like Canberra as in essence too high up, but for all we know, they can win the whole thing. Like, we don't, you genuinely don't know. And it's I did put up a my ladder predictions video about a week or so ago, and that went swimmingly with no one complaining or like having problems with where I've put teams. Didn't happen at all. Nothing of the sort. If I have to be told one more time, okay, yeah. It's only happening because this is loading. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so we're all good. Okay, so anytime it's like loading something, the camera gets a bit all messy, and then we're fine. But yeah, so if I have to be told to watch footy or get off the pipe or stop smoking meth, in a couple of times, it's I'll quit, but I won't because I do it to spite everybody. 16 votes and it's still dead even. It is still dead even. Now it's interesting. Really, really interesting. It's you don't know what's going to happen with a game like this. As Guru would say, this game could be anything. Just wall-to-wall CBA, whatnot. Also, what I've done, if you've probably seen from this is the first time I've actually made like a somewhat layout for a stream like this. It is very basic, but I hope to, improve it over the coming days so we can get ready for the start of the NRL season. So, just speaking of which, we're about 15 minutes away from kickoff. So, yeah, there's a lot of stories we can delve into this game. Over and under 46.5. What do you think? That is a mighty fine it's a fine question. Over and under. So with these types of games, in terms of the preseason challenge, where there's actually like a point system for like if you get more than 5 tries, just 30. So I'd probably say, if I had to pick, I don't want to be the bearer of your bet going awry. But if I was to pick, I'd probably pick the over for this match. Because I feel like it's kind of like a free-flow. No one wants to make too big of heavy of tackles because they don't want to get injured. So I think it should be a high-scoring game. So yeah, I think the over would probably do it for you. So yeah, also thank you for commenting, because at least I now know that it works, because there's been some times where the chats just don't pop up. So I really appreciate it, football's finest. I actually really appreciate that. So might as well fire up the KO. I should also state, there's going to be no footage from this, unfortunately, because if the NRL if I did, the NRL, Peter V'landys would absolutely do me in the rear, somewhat. So, and no one wants that. It actually is kind of weird of how is interesting. I know this has got nothing to do with the NRL, but the bloke who was the former AFL CEO is now the head of Racing Victoria for like horse racing and dog racing as well. And Peter V'landys is actually the head of New South Wales Racing, so it's always the AFL NRL divide when it comes to sport, even if it's got nothing to do with either sport respectively. So it's just wonderful. Just loading up the ye old KO up. If there was I do know for Twitch, I think you might be able to show the games, so, but I don't know, I kind of like having somewhat of the stuff on YouTube. I'll have to find a way. I'm planning on uploading shorts, which does contain the footage, so we should be okay in terms of a stunning point. So, okay, so have another check of the poll, and it keeps moving in between of what's going to happen. 56% now saying the Bulldogs are going to take the victory in this matchup, so that's... And you know what? Interesting fact. This is a Z-Tank 99 interesting fact. Melbourne have never won at Belmore, which is where the game's at today. So the Melbourne have never won at Belmore Park. If that wants to influence if you're going to tip the Bulldogs or the Storm, that'll do. Whatever you're not. Is the drug cheat playing? Well, James, according to the current team list that's been put out, he's starting, yes. So he will be playing, starting at centre in the number 4. So that's where you, if you want to go into him, that's where you put him. Unless you're talking about some other drug cheat. Is Critter on? Yeah, interestingly, Stephen Crichton's not been named in this match. Which is interesting because I was looking into other players, like another signing, Kurt Mann for the Bulldogs, hasn't been selected for this game. I think it's like you won't see like the main teams, or some of the main players until like maybe week 2, because I support the Knights, and most of the starting players like Ponga, Best, Brayley, Frizzell aren't playing on Saturday against the Sharks, but they probably are again against Melbourne and Fiji. So yeah, there's very... Interestingly, so yeah, no Stephen Crichton, no Kurt Mann. Now, I'll talk about all the players on coke. Well, being the NRL, they're probably all on coke. Like it's like you see all these stories of like, oh, NRL or AFL player has been caught with cocaine, and it's like, what's next? Sky's blue. Like, it's like one of those types of stories. Just trying to see if my data is on KO. It is on KO, but for some reason KO the app is not loading on my phone. But yeah, so that's strange because Broncos have put most of their best. Yeah, even the Roosters as well have basically put like their starting team. It's because as well. Who does everybody think will win based off of the team news? It's a bit of a coin flip, really. I'm actually kind of split. I think it'll be a close game. I might go Dogs. I might think the Bulldogs might win this game, but it's going to be not with a lot of confidence because it's kind of really even. Val Holmes loves the white powder. It's like, oh, it's just we love cocaine in the NRL. We love it. We love it. But to be fair though, in terms of like the Dogs are 2-5, Storm are 2-1, so Dogs clear favourites to win. Okay. I actually haven't looked at the betting odds for this match, so sign in. Plenty. I actually might check as well because I did actually. Oh, by the way, before I do anything, do you want to beat the ever-loving daylights out of a rugby league YouTuber that does NRL fantasy really badly? Well, you can. You can join my fantasy league with this code. I'll probably put a link into chat to actually, if you just want to click that and join in. But yeah, there's the code. Can I join your NRL fantasy blank? It's like, I don't know if that was perfectly timed, but there you go. Like, anyone can join. It's we have a bit of fun on it. It's yeah, it's really exciting. So go ahead if you want to, at least. I mean, you've got free will in this situation. I might need to turn off data and actually go on my... Who would you pick to score a try? Might have a gamble. We got to go with a quadruple barrel. No, he's not. I don't think he'll get much game time. I'd go with a Preston. I reckon I'd go Jacob Preston to score a try. I think that's one. It's like he has the knack for scoring tries, and it's also a forward, so it's you get a little bit of money value there. So yeah, I'd probably pick Jacob Preston. We're trying. I just want to say I am legally not responsible if any of you lose money. I don't want my knees broken or my feet cemented and thrown into the sea. But there we go, 10 minutes from the start of Rugby League. Pretty much this is the first weekend of Rugby League, professional Rugby League somewhat, up until the first weekend of October. It's a thing of beauty, this is. They even got the AFL pre-season. So, I'm excited. Obviously the game is at Belmore. It's a stadium I do want to go to. I've been to a fair few stadiums. Thoughts on Carrigan and Rebels, jibber jabber, Payne Haas with his indecent humping. I haven't seen the Payne Haas thing, but I think the Carrigan and Reynolds thing's a little... Like, to be fair though, it's like, oh, I shouldn't be acting like this, but like that sort of thing of like the shirt tussling and all that always happens when people get on the piss. It's just probably because, you know, they're professionals and in the media, they probably shouldn't, but I don't think it's anything like serious. If they were properly like, you know, like clobbering each other, then maybe, and that's probably on the both of them and maybe the Broncos, and it's like, what are we doing? But all in good fun, I think. But yeah, I don't know about the Payne Haas situation. Up the wires, no, you guys poach Cape. Well, that's just a massive. Oh, by the way, speaking of signings, has anybody heard about Luciano Leilua? A couple of days ago, he basically Luciano Leilua actually wants his immediate release from the Cowboys, and he sat down with like the Dragons. I think Canberra's also interested in him, and he's come out with what he wants. He wants a 4-year deal, $900K a year. He wants 900 grand a year. Like, I like Luciano Leilua, but like, let's be real, 900K. I don't think so. Like, Bradman Best just re-signed with the Knights, and he's getting, like, the most amount of money a centre's ever gotten a year in Knights history, and he's only getting 700K, and I'm like, I feel like Bradman Best probably has a bit more of a hierarchy in terms of importance than Luciano Leilua. Oh, wait, we got Walsh from Warriors. Yeah. Stop signing each other, class. I think there'll be a lot of points. Do you agree? Yeah, I think it's a morning. Thoughts on Leilua's yardage? Capable, good grab for the wires. 100%. It's basically, I think the Warriors are throwing down the gauntlet saying, yeah, we're going to go for the title this year. And more the power to them. I hope they do well this year. I don't mind the Warriors. 900K is great. I mean, if someone pays him, fair play. It's like Luciano was reading like Trump's Art of the Deal, and it's like, just start ridiculously high, then negotiate down. If it works, fair play to him, get that bag. But it's a bit out of nowhere. If he could somehow split his massing girth into 3 like very fast fullbacks, maybe get them each on 300K a year. But yeah, no way. So we'll hide that away. There we go. Score. Oh, magic. It's just magic. How do we do this? So if you see me looking down, this is what I'm reading. It's all the team list players. It's exciting. Ryan Papenhuyzen, I hope he goes well. I hope he stays healthy this year, because obviously seeing what happened to him. It was what happened to him the first week of the finals, wasn't it? Or was it the last round? It was one of the two, because they played back to back. I remember. You have Walsh, we got Kepa, RTS gonna smoke Reece Walsh. Yeah, Roy Tuivasa-Sheck. It's like, the thing about playing him at centre this year, which is it's going to be interesting to see because just the Warriors team Warriors have got a really stacked side. 26 votes have come in. Thank you all very much for voting in this, by the way. It's really great. 54% going for the Dogs to take the win. So in terms of points to try to get that 100k, it's 12 points for a win, 6 points for a draw, 0 points for a loss. You get bonus points for 5+ tries, 5+ line breaks, and 10+ offloads, which is why I'm going with the consensus of there's going to be a lot of points and you should take the over. So you can get max 15 points for a win, 9 points for a draw, 3 points for a loss. Unless they add golden point into this, which we don't need golden point in a preseason challenge. But they'll add it, don't worry, next year they'll add it. But yeah, it's a very enticing sort of oh yeah, you got the reactions. Yeah, I just saw the heart. That was sick. Oh, there's the lead up music. It's exciting. We're so back. We are so back, baby. I can't play that too long because of copyright, but not that big of a crowd turnout. I mean, it is a Thursday night. Jacob Preston, I'm excited to see him go today. I'm really excited for him. See some big rigs. A Mr. Whippy. That's when you know when you're at a suburban ground. So the Melbourne Storm and the Brisbane the Canterbury Bulldogs. We'll just go through the starting lineups. There's a lot of players on the bench, so we'll start this. Ryan Papenhuyzen at fullback, Dean Iramia and Kobe Williamson in the wings, Remus Smith and Marion Sevi in the centres, Keegan Russell Smith and Jonah Pizzette as the 5'8" and halfback, Tristan Powell, Tyron Wishart and Aaron Penney as the hooker prop, Kane Bradley and Chris Lewis in the second row with Trent Lorio in at lock, and for the Bulldogs, Blake Taff starting at fullback, Blake Wilson and Gerald Skelton on the wings with Eli Clark and Bronson Jerry is back. Or Seri, I think it is how you properly pronounce the X. Matt Burton and Drew Hutchinson as the playmakers. Max King, Ring Barney and Pawasa Masili as the hooker prop. Kidione Katoga and Jacob Preston in the second row with Jamin Salmon at lock. No Stephen Crichton playing. It's really weird. No, but it's a great opportunity for some young players to try to break the mold and put the thought into the coaches' heads of Bellamy and... Oh, God, what's the Bulldogs coach's name? I don't know, it should be a new one. It'll come to me or someone. If someone could let me know. I will end the poll now, actually, since both teams set to come out. 29 votes. Thank you all very much for voting. 55% in favour of the Canterbury Bulldogs, but there is a sizable minority saying so I'll just put a comment, I'll just pin this comment for my fantasy league for NRL fantasy. Paste. Yeah, the Bulldogs have now come out onto the park. Pin message, we did it. We have manufactured it. I'm excited to see how Papenhuyzen goes in this game. Very excited. I should start. Yeah, there's no footage, unfortunately. So, you're just looking at this ugly mug for the match and try to badly commentate rugby league. So now the Bulldogs now coming out of the park onto the hallowed turf that is Belmore. What else is there to do? I'm excited. We've got to get the hype. W's in the chat. Is that what people say anymore? I don't know. PogChamp, is that even a thing? I'm an old head, unfortunately. Actually, what I might do... Bronson Jerry. Probably one of the most interesting... Probably one of the interesting returns and one of the most hyped ones in recent memory for the last couple of years. Obviously coming back from his... that. So let's see Who's starting? By the way it's looking, I believe it's the Bulldogs kicking off. They'll be running screen left, and it'll be the Melbourne Storm gaining first possession of the pre-season challenge and rugby league being back. Okay, here we go, everybody. Hope yous are ready. Rugby league is back, and we're underway. We should get the Bulldogs get the Storm get the first hit up, and they'll go to the 15. That is number 10 of Aaron Penne, who took the first hit up. They'll spread it now into the right, and they'll get just about inside of the 30. Is this where we find out the scoreboard isn't live, but probably just give it a couple of minutes as players just started. Storm now at the 40 for the fourth tackle. Spread it now into the middle as Pappenhausen gets his first run. He runs in a halfway as Marnie gives him the old welcome back elbow. Last tackle for the Storm, and they'll go for the kick, and that is Jonah Pezzett getting the kick done. And now Bulldogs get first possession on the 20, and it's the number 5 of Gerald Skelton getting to the 30. Getting a pass set now into the guts. There's Jerry. He's got his first carry now back into the team. It is ridiculously humid. Now you go to number 7 of... That's not Drew Hutchinson, but it's a player with a good run. Inside of the 40 now for the Bulldogs at the third tackle. Now Max King. Good play. Gets right past halfway for the fourth tackle. So good. First set here for the Dogs. They break into now. They're inside of the 30 now. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. 30 out from the try line. And it's a Burton. Is it a bomb? Not hot. Oh, it's a bit high. Picked up by the Storm on the 20. And that will be the first tackle for the Storm. There we go. Apparently there's been a substitute like immediately. Yeah, there we go. The conditions there. The Storm. Oh, and it's the first mistake. No drinks break. And the first mistake here by them in the match. And it's by the Melbourne Storm. So, Preston with a... Yep. Loose carry there by Dean Ramia. So it's a good chance here for the Bulldogs. So I just need to say that the scoreboard is going to be behind by like a minute or so. So we'll just have to deal with that. 35 metres out. Scrum feed now for the Bulldogs. And a good chance for them to potentially get the first points of this pre-season challenge. Cameron Serraldo, that's the coach's name. That's the bloke I was trying to think of. The Bulldogs now send it to the short left side. Burton now with the ball. Fends it to Sherry, and he'll get brought down on the 20-metre line now for the first tackle on the far left-hand side. Now Marnie in. It's a set restart. 10 inside the 10 metres. It's 20 metres out now. That's the number 8. Max King spreads it out. Hutchinson now to the right. Bit of passing going on. Oh, and it's almost a breakthrough there right near the line, about a metre short. Third tackle now for... It was Eli Clark there for the Bulldogs. Now spread out to the left-hand side. Bit of a scuffed pick up there by Blake Taff. Taff trying to figure out what to do. And they've gone from the try line all the way back 20 metres. Now third tackle for the Bulldogs. Spreads it left. They'll feed it in. Burton gets it to Jerry. What if Bronson Jerry get the first try? That'd be a fairy tale story. Now right on the left-hand side, 5 out, fourth tackle. They've spread all the way back to the 30. The Bulldogs attacking line. And here we go. They've got the spread through. Preston, flat ball. And it's going to be a penalty to the Bulldogs. I believe it's for an offside. Or is it a late tackle? What does that mean? In terms of, you have a tackle without the ball. Yeah, a bit of a late shot there on Jamin Salmon. So 20 out, full set of 6. They should surely take the tap here. So another chance to continue. Max King takes the first hit up here for the Bulldogs. Spread it now, Marnie. Big run. It's the 15 of Palasa Farmasili. Right on the try line now. Second tackle for the Bulldogs. Marnie trying to get a pass out to the right. And it's going to be Eli Clark for the Bulldogs. And that is the first try of the preseason challenge. Eli Clark for the Bulldogs. 4-0 with a kick to come. 5 minutes gone. Just a burrowing run in. Poasa Farmasili basically stretching the Storm's defensive line really thin on the right hand side. Marnie was holding on to it for longer to bring it closer in and just gets a cutout ball to Eli Clark, who barely gets touched. He won't score an easier try than that, Mr. Clark. So, where is my pen? I need to note it down in the try area of the score happening. So, it's a try on debut for him. Well done. Why is it not refreshing? Yeah, apparently there was an interchange. Harry Hayes was immediately brought on. Now it's back to 57. Well, trust me, it's 4-0 to the Dogs. If you don't have to, could be making it all up. Where is the pen? There it is. Found the pen. Quickest mystery solve ever. Now Matt Burton, about 23 metres out, sort of near the sideline, so it won't be an easy kick. So that's one try to the Bulldogs. Get 4 more, and I think 5 plus. Yeah, if they get 4 more, they'll get a bonus point. So here we go. Burton from the sideline. Just waiting for him to kick it. Glad he's wearing the black headgear because there's too many players with white headgear in the Bulldogs. He takes it up. He takes the kick. And he's got it. Held it up in the air, and it's going to be 6-0 to the Bulldogs. 6.5 now gone. If the scoreboard would refresh. Be nice if it did, but it's being rather goofy, unfortunately. And every time a refresher goes back to a minute. Damn. Damn. This is not looking good. And then there's kickoff there by the Storm. So the Bulldogs will come in. It's another powerful run there. Poasa Farmasili. Actual score 6-0 Bulldogs. Watch this. I guarantee, because I actually can't see if it's loaded or not. As soon as I put it in, the scoreboard's already updated itself. Won't it? Nope, it hasn't. Alright. So the scoreboard's actually up there because for some reason it's not going to be live. So 4th tackle now for the Bulldogs as they're just near halfway. They'll spread it to the left-hand side as it's another run by Blake Tapp. He's getting a lot of runs, which is good to see. You know, get him fresh. Last tackle, passes it out to Burton. Oh, it's hanging up in the air, so we'll work for him with the Burton bombs. They let it bounce, and it's a kick by Marnie, but it goes straight into the hands of Pappenhausen. If Pappenhausen wasn't there, very big potential of being a second try for the Dogs. But the Storm under the pump here early. Oh, big tackle there by Max King. Gets brought the Storm player down inside of the 30 for the 3rd tackle. Oh. There's number 11, Kidione Katoga with a big tackle. Now that's the Trent Loriro who crosses halfway now. 45 out, last tackle. It's yeah, it's been pretty solid here with the pressure early. There we go. We did it, guys. We did it, Joe. And there's the take there by Gerald Skelton, who's been the pressure man. Now Blake Taft gets the ball and we brought down inside the 20 for the 1st tackle. And Bronson Jerry, he's getting a couple of good meters in him, Mr. Jerry, which is lovely to see. Now we'll spread it to the right. Eli Clark, the try scorer. There's a picture of Phil Gould. It's like Taylor Swift. Everyone's complaining about Taylor Swift cutting to him in the crowd, but we don't complain about Phil Gould. They've cut to him again. We need a Phil Gould cutaway counter. Blake Taft now brought down. Last tackle, 45 out. It's another kick by Byrne, which is allowed to hang up in the air. Bit of pressure on Pappenhausen, and he takes it well on the 10. Runs immediately into Kidione Katoga, and in the 15 for the 1st tackle. And now it's Dina Ramia inside of the 30 for the Storm here. Bit of direct running here from the Storm, which they kind of need to get their momentum going. I believe that's the number 10 now. That is Aaron Penne. Brought down on the 40-metre line inside of the Storm's half for the fourth tackle. They'll pass it into the middle. It's a bit of a flat ball there to Tristan Powell. Right on halfway. This will be the last tackle for the Storm as we're almost 10 minutes gone in the opening match of the pre-season challenge. And it's taken there by Blake Taff, and he's going to run from the 10. Pitch doesn't allow him to get so, and he gets brought down inside of the 30 for the first tackle for the Dogs. Now Gerald Skelton brought down on the said 30-metre line. Oh, it's incorrect. Play the ball. That's a bit unfortunate there. My mic is mute. Is it? This might be a problem. Unless I'm being... Have you done some buffoonery on me, Primal Forever? Hang on. If I've been done, well played, but I'm not happy with it. Unless my mic actually is muted. Now that is Aaron Penne, brought down on the 40-metre line inside of the Storm's half. Unless I'm being... Damn it. Yeah, fair play. Well done. Doesn't seem to be muted on my end. Congratulations, Primal. You've done me there. Unless I've actually been gassed. Yeah. NRL streamer gets trolled. And it's a penalty for a high shot by the... Another penalty for the Storm, 30 metres out. Now, this is a chance for the Storm to actually, get some runs. Reed Marnie on report already. So, first tackle now for the Storm. They're inside of the 20, away from the Bulldogs line. Bulldogs now trying to hold further. It's the number 8, Tristan Powell. Gets brought down 10 metres away from the try line for the second tackle. Now, out to the right-hand side. Pezzett. And the ball's been popped out. And Burton's on the run. Burton, oh my god, what a chase down this is by the number 14. But Burton's still going. And he's going to go all the way. I'll tell you what, though, the number 14, Tyron Wishart, looked certain to take... Wait, no. Oh, no. Oh no, it was a pass from Pezzett which got the touch off Burton, which is a knock on. So all of that was for nothing. It was all for nothing, unfortunately. So it goes all the way back to like the 15, where it's going to be a scrum feed for the Melbourne Storm. That's unfortunate. Unless my mic actually is muted. Oh no, it was a pass from Pezzett. Okay. I'm actually being gaslit like ridiculously here. Primal's actually got me on the... Unless I actually am muted. And people are just watching for my amusement. Anticlimactic, yeah. Fortunately is, but it does give 10 metres out a scrum here for the Melbourne Storm. They'll try to go short-hand side. Wishart still brought down on the 10 for the first tackle. Can this Bulldogs defence hold on? So there is a number 17, but in the team list there wasn't one. So I'm trying to figure out who that might be. Storm now going to the right. Pappenhausen going down to the wing. And that is a try for Dean Iramia. And the Storm have hit back. 12 minutes gone. 6-4 with a kick to come. And it's going to be a difficult kick right near the sideline. Right where the crowd is. So, 6-4. We got 10 points already. We just need about 36 and a half more. Which is something that probably we all want. Just a pass there from Ryan Pappenhausen. Hasn't been any line breaks, because one of the points is line breaks and offloads. Hasn't been too many offloads either. Yeah, just opening up the gap there. Good pass from Pappenhausen to get it out to Dean Iramia. And the Storm have hit back. Bulldog. 2-on-9. 2-on-9. Sif's is odd. 2-on-9. The 2-on-9 but not be a gay thing. So go on, trouble. So Dina Romeo, 21 games in his NRL career, 9 tries. And it was a good setup on there by the Storm. They took their chances from the scrum feed. And now here we go. Jonah Pezzett right on the sideline. A kick doesn't get harder than this. 2 from 3 in his NRL career. Probably the hardest one he's done. Let's see how he goes. Steps up to it. Curls. Oh, that's just a... Oh, it's a beauty. Curls it out and brings it right back in. 6-all. That is a beautiful kick. Now, here's a question for people. Which kicks are better? Kicks that are like from the side, in terms of kicks from the sideline, is it when they just barrel straight, it's like, oh, easily going in? Or is it the ones that like edge you and like it's like, oh, it curls out but then whips back in? Very specific questions we got on this channel, but we've got 12 points already. 13 and a half gone. At least the scoreboard's now up, so we should get rid of that sauce. Bada bing, bada boom. So here we go. Here comes the kickoff now to restart play by the Bulldogs. Australia tore New Zealand of cricket. David Warner's last time in an Australian jersey. And now the Storm, that's the number 10 there of Aaron Penner, getting a lot of metres inside the 30 for the second tackle. They'll spread it to the right, and it's brought down by Tristan Powell, who's inside the 40 for the third tackle. Oh, big run here. Almost a little bit of a flat ball. It's the number 18 here. It's Trey Stewart, who is a big rig, I must say. Oh, Kidione Katoga with a big running charge tackle there on Tristan Powell, all the way back to the 35 for the last tackle. And Pezzett's taking a run on the last tackle. He gets the kickoff at the 40. And it's out on the full, so it's going to... Wait. Isn't this where the new rule comes in? No, it's off a... Wait, hang on. No, it's off kickoffs and drop kicks. Okay. It's not just kicking it straight into touch. I thought it was like this new, like, oh, you get the ball 10 metres within. No, it's a scrum feed on the 40. It's not. It's only when it's a drop kick. So 35 out for the Dogs. Chance to see if they can take back the lead. Up the Doggies with Abdulreen Aimsari. Hang on, let me actually look, because I'm sorry I butchered that name. Abdulrahim Al-Mazri with the Up the Doggies. And down the sideline. So, mate, how are we? Right down to the sideline, 10 metres out. Now Marnie trying to get the ball spread through to the middle. And they're spreading it out to the right-hand side really well. Eli Clark brought down 5 metres away from the try line now on the far right-hand side. Now passed into the middle. Marnie. Flat ball, I believe that was to the number 8 of Max King. 15 out, last tackle for the Doggies. Marnie sends it to the left. Hutchinson gets it to Burton. Jerry will drag him out of the field inside of the 10, so it'll be a changeover and Storm ball. So, be cool to see if Bronson Seri? Because I think that's how the Z's prop is pronounced. Like, I had to learn a lot about Chinese history in year 11, and half of them had X at the start of their name. So on the 10 now, the Storm get the ball back after putting Zeri out of touch. Sorry, I had to put the volume up and up the Dogs. It's all good, man. Azareen, Azri, you're the best, mate. I try to be, mate, but I really appreciate your comment there. Yeah, it's because the problem is there was like where this mic is, the cord and the USB port for this laptop's a bit suspicious. So if I go right here, it sounds really good, but from its back, it's just not directional. I need to get one for the season. So last tackle now for the Storm, 45 away from the try line. They're going to send it back to halfway of Pezzett, who takes the high kick, and again they're kicking it to Skeleton on that left-hand side. And Skeleton, sends a bloke on his backside, and it's a penalty to the Bulldogs for what's that? The number 5 Skeleton put his head down like a rhino, and it wasn't even a rhino, just shoves the number 19 of Cole Geyer. Now, Cole Geyer for the Storm here, potential related to Mark Geyer, maybe? I'm not too sure. Just a similar last name. So, penalty here for the Bulldogs for a tackle after a tackle held. Fair enough, so the ball gets kicked into touch by Burton, and they will get the ball back right on halfway. So, another chance for the Dogs here. I'm starting to feel like, yeah, we got a pretty good early start, and it's just going to be nothing for the next couple of minutes. I am actually kind of worried. I'm your biggest fan. I really appreciate it, Abdulreem. Passing it out to the left side, Salmon, now to Burton, to Jerry. Jerry's not passing it out to the number 2 of number 5 of Skeleton here. Been watching since you started. Bloody hell, 2014. Almost a decade ago. Now to the right hand side of the Bulldogs. Blake Taff gets stopped in his momentum there. 4th tackle, 10 metres out for the Bulldogs. Gonna spread it now. Marnie to the middle. And the passing, the ball's gone all the way back to the 25. So a bit of a scuffed chance here. Last tackle, 25 out for the Bulldogs. Spreads it to the left, and Drew Hutchinson with the kick. High up in the air. It's touched a couple of Bulldogs, and it's going to be an offside, I believe. So it's going to be, I believe it's a penalty for the Storm. Because it's come off one of the running Bulldogs players and then picked up by the number 11, Kidione Katoga, from an offside position. Oh no, it's just a tap. Might not be a penalty. It probably is a penalty, but I think it depends on circumstances. Now, Pappenhausen gets brought down on the 20-metre line for the second tackle. Still inside of the Storm's half. We're now almost 20 minutes gone in this match. Now, for some reason, this is in front by like a considerate margin. Now, the Storm getting up to the 40 for the 4th tackle to spread it. One upman's to the right, Aaron Penne, right on halfway. Last tackle here for the Storm. They'll kick it, pass it to Pezzett, who gets a high kick. It's not going to go as far, probably around the 30. Taken by Skelton again. They're not kicking it to the right-hand side. They just don't want to. They're just going to put as much pressure on Skelton as possible, but he's done the pressure really well. I saw that little wobble there. 35 out now from the second tackle, and here come. Where can I watch it? Hyder, I believe, I think people can stream it and show it on Twitch. I think there might be a couple of people doing it on Twitch, like a Hectic Fred, maybe a Lockie, NRL will probably do it, so I'd probably go there for your best bet. Last tackle here for the Bulldogs now, 25 out, Burton. No, this will be the last tackle, 20 out for Burton. Knock on there by the Bulldogs. Game's kind of slowed down here a little bit. Probably going to see a lot more substitutes coming in with the unlimited swaps. Just a bit of a knock on there by Marnie. Just cut to Cameron Serraldo, and there was some words had. So yeah, probably go Twitch would probably be your best bet if you're looking for some way to watch it. Because it's wish you could on YouTube, but no. Storm now from the scrum, and that is going to be, I believe that is the number 3 of Remus Smith, who gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. But we want you, and I get that, but it's like, as soon as I show like maybe even like 30 seconds of footage, the stream gets cut off because the NRL come in with like balaclavas because I'm streaming it illegally. I need to find a method where I can do it, maybe like Rumble or something. And there's been a knock on here by the Storm, so the Bulldogs now have it inside of the Bulldogs half, and it's another ruck. It's a ruck infringement, 6 again, so it'll be another 7. To be a 7 tackle set now. Jamin Salmon now to Max King. King gets 20 metres out from the try line for the first tackle of the set. Is the score still 6-6? Yep, it's now live. Salmon now with a pass, and the Storm's line is a bit stretched here, 10 metres out, so it might not be for long. 10 metres out now. Marnie trying to send to the middle. Salmon. Oh, late pass here. Blake Taff with a quick late pass. It's to the number 2 of Blake Wilson. And Blake Wilson does it himself and gets around him and scores. It's now 10-6 to the Bulldogs. And Blake Wilson, how's your bottle? Picking the ball up and just being able to run around him. And the Bulldogs now take back the lead with 17 left in the first half. And the Bulldogs have made the Storm pay for the knock on. Blake Taylor with a flick pass, fast pass. Oh, the step. So the number 6 there, Keegan Russell Smith, been absolutely done there by Blake Wilson to get around him and put the ball. And there we go. The score's updated 10-6 to the Dogs. I'll just check a couple of things because you do have like team stats. Is there been like offloads? Or like line breaks? 1 each currently so far for line breaks. Offloads? No offloads. Okay, so far no one really near any bonus points as of yet. All good, brother, and can you scream up the doggies? As I personally can't because I don't support the doggies, and also I live with other people, but up the doggies. We'll do that. You'll have to do it. I can't have the facilities to scream now. Burton now with the conversion attempt, similarly to his first kick. Can he make it 12 points to 6? He takes the cheeky little step up and slots it. It's hit the post. It was looking too close to that post and it has hit it, so it will remain 10 points to 6. Just under 16 remaining now in this first half. It's bloody humid, isn't it? I'm sweating more than the bloody players. Enjoying this. Really enjoying this, and it's really good to be back. How are you all doing? So yeah, there we go. So Blake Wilson, just good bit of play. Now in comes the kickoff by. Need to figure out a way to get the mic here because I'm on like a bit of a flat bit because I'm standing. So need to figure out a way. So there's the kickoff there by the Storm. Bit of control there with the foot, and Blake Taff will take the first hit up, and it'll be brought down inside of the 20 for the first tackle. Spreading it out now to the left, and that's the number 15 of Pawasa, Farmer Silly, getting inside of the 30 for the second. And it's quick play here by the Bulldogs. It's the number 10 of Samuel Hughes who's come off the bench. Really thought you are with the doggies. Scream for the doggies. Mate, I can't. I've got 4 other people that live in this house. I can't be doing them a disservice. Fourth tackle now. It's the number 22 here. It's Jonathan... No, it's the number 12, sorry, it's Jacob Preston. I don't think... Last tackle, 40 metres out from the try line. It's going to be given to Hutchinson, who's going to take the kick, and it's going to be putting the pressure on the number 5 of Tuipulotu Katoa, who's just come on to replace, I believe it would be Dean Iramia. So we're starting to see the subs now rolling in. Now Pappenhausen with the ball. Gets wrapped up by Jamin Salmon inside the 30 for the third tackle. Bit of fast playing going here by the Storm. They'll get inside of halfway here just from that run. Fourth tackle. Pappenhausen again now with the ball. Good wrap-up tackle there by Jamin Salmon right on halfway. Last tackle now for the Storm. Kick there by Pezzett. It's a high one. It'll get to the 20. And again, taken by Skeleton. They probably need to send their kicks elsewhere because Skeleton's been really consistent with it. Now the Bulldogs with a run. Bronson Zeri with a good run. Gets inside of the 40 for the second tackle. Now it's a number 2 of Blake Wilson right up the guts. It'll get brought down inside of halfway for the third. Now the number 17 of Jordan Samrani gets a pass halfway now. 45 away from the try line for the fourth tackle. Now Jamin Salmon goes on a run. He'll get brought down inside of the 30 now. Last tackle for the Bulldogs, and we're getting some pretty good runs here. Sent out to Hutchinson with the high kick. Pappenhausen will take it, and he'll take it well, but he gets immediately met by Jacob Preston on the 10 for the first tackle. 13 now remaining in this first half. So now they're trying to get the passes off here, and that is Remus Smith, brought down inside the 30 for the third tackle. Just not a lot of passing going on here yet. We're starting to see a lot of the big numbers in. 27 there, Curtis Morin getting his first tackle there, and the Storm are just being held back inside of the 40 here. That's the number 16 of Lazarus Vawalepu. Last tackle here. Now that's Pezza kicking back at the 35. And it's a big take there. Probably a bit dangerous if you left it. And in comes Blake Taff. And Taff will get brought down on the 20-metre line for the first tackle. And you see Pezzett there screaming at the Storm players to get forward. Bit of handbags potentially by the Storm, and in comes another run here. And just here's a stat here for you: tackled in the opposition half, Storm 7, Bulldogs 32. Just showing who's had the better possession and making of chances happen. Now the Bulldogs going to switch now to the right. Preston gets brought down 30 metres out from the try line. Last tackle. Hutchinson now with the ball, and he goes for the kick. And it's taken by the number 10. Can he get a pass off? He won't for the Bulldogs. It was Samuel Hughes, but he gets immediately wrapped up by about 3 Storm players inside the 10 to prevent him from getting the offload. So 11.5 remaining. Storm have the ball inside of their 10, but just going to be expecting good tackling here by the Bulldogs, because that's been the meta for the last 15 minutes. Oh, here we go. Just as I say that, penalty to the Storm for offside, or I think it's hand on the ball actually. I feel like the referees have their own signals. Like each one is different in terms of what's happening or with it. So very interesting. Get a little flick up to see potential. I think it was hand on the ball or offside. So there's the kick into touch. We picked up inside of the 40 for the Storm. Can they make something of this set happen? Because they kind of need to, because they've been under the pump a lot. Oh, wait, hang on. I've just seen they've actually changed the points of how it works. You get 3 points for a loss and 9 points for a draw now. And I think it said 15 for a win. The points don't matter. It's like whose line is it anyway. But a big run here by the Storm. 30 out, 4th tackle. Going to spread it out to the right-hand side. But again, they meet up. Oh, it's a knock-on. And it's going to be a forced error. Keone Katoga has actually been really good so far this first half. Him alongside Pawasa Fa'amasili in the forward pack. Some big rigs. Big wrap up there on Pezzett. Oh, he has raked it a little bit, but it is 1-on-1. So it is going to be classed as a loose carry. So yeah, that's the fair call. Fair call right there. So a scrum feed now on the 30 inside of the Dogs half for the Bulldogs. As we now enter the final 10 minutes of the first half. Completions 13 out of 16 for the Bulldogs. 11 out of 15 for the Storm. Bulldogs will send it down the left-hand side. And that's the number 5 of Skeleton getting brought down on the 40 for the first tackle. Now Bronson Jerry inside of halfway for the second tackle. Bulldogs keep going up the middle. They've crossed halfway inside of the Storm 40 for the third tackle. Marty sent it to the left. Salmon, Burton, Tataf, and it's an absolute run there by the number 5 of Skelton as Bronson Zeri just drops a Storm player making a run. 4th tackle now for these Bulldogs. They're going to try to set it out to the right. They're up about the middle now, 20 metres out from the try line. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Marnie sends it to the left. Hutchinson with a kick and chase. It's taken well by the number 7 of Jonah Pizzette, who immediately goes down. So about 5 metres in front of the try line, the Storm will gather the ball. But yeah, the Bulldogs are going really well so far. Chip over the top there by Drew Hutchinson, putting immediate pressure on Pizzette. And that's a big number there. Is that the number 26? Is that the quadruple barrel? Early kick here on the 4th tackle here for the Storm. Taken by Blake Taff on the 30. And Blake Taff gets to halfway for the first tackle for the Bulldogs. This is a good chance for them to extend their lead. Now Blake Wilson. Some appeals for a penalty and they'll get it. It's a penalty for an offside. So this will just give... Oh, it's a high shot actually. So penalty for the Dogs. Big chance to get them into try scoring area to extend their lead as we're about 7.5 minutes away from the end of the first half. That's not a high... Oh, that's not a high shot. I thought he was offside. I thought that was the penalty. So 30 metres out now. Full set of 6 for the Bulldogs. Huge chance to take the lead. Jacob Preston with the ball. Gets brought down on the 20 for the first tackle. Marnie will now spread it now to the left-hand side. Taff gets it off to the number 10 of Samuel Hughes. 15 out, second tackle. Marnie spreads it to the right. And they've got pace at the moment. Eli Clark! Is he there? He's going to be held up right on the line. He's saying it's down. Eli Clark's appealed. It's gotten down. They're going to go to video ref. They've got no try, but they're going to have a check. I think it's going to be one of those things where there's no evidence to prove it's hit the ground, so they'll go back to the 10. But Eli Clark is confident the ball got down, and he'd have his second try of the match. So here we go. Arm along the ground. Is there a camera angle to prove that the ball got down? The ball then drops, but the problem is that there's no way to see it if it did. Unless there's like some side camera angle that can go down. Unfortunately, I don't think it's possible. Reverse angle on the trainer. A little bit in the way. Yep, there's no angle. There is insufficient evidence to overturn the referee's decision. Yeah, there's no angle to show that it went down, so just under 7 remaining. So yeah, they'll stick with a live decision. So it'll be 4th tackle, and they'll go back to the 10-metre line, so they'll be right near the right-hand side of the field, so they'll probably spread it to the middle. And they might go to the left, is what I think is going to happen. There we go, no try. Or it's the 3rd tackle, I believe. So they've still got a couple of... Yeah. Now right at the guts here, number 27, Curtis Moran for the Bulldogs. Now 10 metres out in the middle of the field. They'll spread it to the left-hand side. Burton. Jerry! Oh, he's short, a metre short of the line. Oh, it's last tackle. Oh, sure, but here we go. Here's the last tackle kick right to the middle of the field. And it's taken by Remus Smith. And it is a 20-metre restart. It'll be a 20-metre restart and a 7-tackle set. And it's a penalty. No, it's a penalty Bulldogs. Okay, so 6 minutes remaining in the half. You'd go for the try here. 10-metre out. Full set of 6. Obstructing the kick chase. You don't really see that called often, even though there is a hell of a lot of obstructing the kick chase in the NRL. Like, it's actually a bit abhorrent of when it happens. Oh. Okay. Camera's being a little bit choppy. So here we go. Here's the set now. Spreading it out to the... Oh! The charge down. It's going to be a knock on. The right idea there by the Storm there. The number 5 of Tuipulotu Katoa tries to intercept the pass between Blake Taff and Eli Clark, but it's just going to be a knock on. It's another set of 6 for the Bulldogs as we've now got just about 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Scrum feed, big chance. So here we go. Scrum, they're going to go to the short left-hand side. Burton, the step to Tough, he gets a pass off to Skelton, and Skelton gets brought down 5 metres short on that far left-hand sideline. Now the Bulldogs going to fling it back all the way to the 20 for the plays. Here's Marnie. Gets the ball off there to the number 17 of Jordan Samrani. 15 out in the middle of the field. Second tackle. They'll go to the left again. It's the number 10 here for the Bulldogs. Here's Samuel Hughes. Gets held up around the 10. Third tackle. Getting the pass out now. And they're spreading to the right again. To grab a kick, and it's gone not too far. And the Storm have picked it up. I think that was a bit of a silly decision there to decide to kick on like the third tackle. Now you've got Tuapolotu Katoa brought down on the 10 for the second tackle. And here comes very good defence here by the Bulldogs, keeping the Storm at bay. Third tackle, they still haven't gone past the 10. And a monster tackle to keep the Storm inside of the 20 for the fourth tackle. And there was a very quick set from the Storm, and they've only made it to the 30, so a big kick needed here by Pezzett. It's a low-driven one, and it's going to be picked up in the 25, and it's a pass to Skelton from Blake Taff. And Skelton shoves off one, and it'll get all the way to halfway. Skelton's been really good. I've actually been really liking him play. Blake Wilson now gets past halfway, 45 away from the try line for the second tackle with 3.5 now to go. Passing it off to the left, Jerry. Jerry's strong. It's actually ridiculous how strong he is. 30 out, third tackle. Now Hughes with the ball, and he gets brought down. 20 out, fourth tackle. Now out to the right, Hutchinson, to Taff, to Clark, to Wilson. Brilliant wrap up there by Pappenhausen to stop him. 5 out, last tackle for the Bulldogs. They'll pass it out to grab a kick there. Picked up. Oh, big charging run there, but it's good job by Pezzett to pick it up. But it's going to be a goal line dropout to the Melbourne Storm. Now here we go. Can we see the new rule in play of where, in terms of a goal line dropout, kickoff, or a 20-metre drop kick, if it goes out on the full, it is no longer a penalty. It's a play at 10 metres away from the kick. So here we go. Can Pappenhausen kick it out on the full? They'll go short. And it's gone into touch in goal. So the kick has gone for about a negative 2 metres. So what happens there? So it's the 10-metre tap. That has to be the new rule. So we've just seen the new rule in play. Somewhat. Because, I mean, you don't expect to go short and the ball ending up going into touching your own. It actually went to negative 2 metres, that kick. First penalty to the Bulldogs. Again, the Storm need to be careful here. They're giving away a fair amount of penalties. So 10 metres out, 1:44 remaining. Yeah, Bulldogs should just keep going for the tries here. So there's the tap there. Hutchinson gives it off now to the number 17 of Jordan Samrani. The short play up the middle. Hughes! Oh, yeah. Big boy with the big run. 10 metres out. You're not stopping him there. And Samuel Hughes, I believe that is, gets a try. It's either him or Bailey Hayward. And it's big rig season. First big rig try. You love to see it. Yeah, the dropout, they've tried to curl it to the sideline. It's just gone out into their own try area. And there it is. Number 10, Samuel Hughes off the bench gets the try. And that is now 14. Hang on, they might check this. It's not. Is it a good grounding? Or separation. They might have to take it off him. No, come on. Don't take it off the big rig. Oh, he may have regathered it in the air. Oh, I don't know how this is going to work. He does lose grip of it, but by the time it just about hits the ground, it does go back into his palm. Nope, they're going to check and they're going to take it off him. Damn it. We just want big rig try. So they're checking it. They're going to rule it off. So it's going to be a knock on. So that's going to probably... There's only about 20 seconds left of play. So it's going to be a no try. So it'll be 10-6 going into the half. Damn, it's so unfortunate. It's a great run. It's just the knock on. But I think he regathers it. But usually when this decision goes up... Oh, I think it was like a... There was actually an obstruction anyway, so it's going to be no try. 21 seconds remaining for the Storm. Unless they can run like 90 metres. So, oh no, they've clocked the time back. They've gone back to 1 minute 20. So, Storm will have the last set of the half. Pezzett goes for the kick and it'll be placed on the Storm 30. Can they somehow go 70 metres in a minute to score a try and potentially go in front by the end of the half? So here comes the Storm now. The Storm are already at halfway for the second tackle, so it could be possible. Now the Storm now onto the left-hand side. Pezzett with a flat ball. Almost breaking through there. But they have crossed into the Bulldogs half now. Third tackle, 40 seconds remaining. Now you got Russell Smith, 35 out from the try line. Fourth tackle. Storm go to the left. Pappenhausen. And that's Blake Wilson who's grounded it and swatted it. So it's going to be a scrum feed to the Storm with 25 seconds, barely any time remaining. Are they going to set the scrum at least? Surely like 30 metres out, you'll just go for the try. And they're trying to get the scrum set up in the middle of the field, 30 metres out to stop the time. And there we go, 11 seconds remaining in the half. They'll get probably one ridiculous play to try to score and at least tie it and potentially take the lead. 30 out. Can the Storm do something? They've only been tackled 3 times in the Bulldogs 20. Here we go. The Storm will go. Kick over the top for Pezzett. Pappenhausen! Pappenhausen! That's try the preseason already. Passed it out from the scrum feed to Pezzett, who's kicked it over to the left-hand side. And Pappenhausen, his knee's fine. And just sprints past everybody and grounds it. That is a fantastic try. Passes out to Pezzett from the scrum and sees the absolute blitzing run by Pappenhausen. He beats everybody by a couple of metres. And now it is 10-all with a kick to come. And the kick's right near in front. So it's actually going to be 12-10 to the Storm. It was 14-6 there, Tar, unfortunately. But try got taken off him. And now the Storm have tied the game and actually going to go into the sheds up by 2. And I actually said, it's going to be a miracle. And they've scored probably one of the best tries you could ever see. Clip. Pappenhausen now getting his first try. His knee's fine. His knee is good. And here's going to be the conversion here by Jonah Pezzett, who kicked an absolute beauty to get the ball to Pappenhausen. So here we go. From probably the easiest kick of the night, this to make it 12 points to 10 at half time for the Melbourne Storm. And it really hasn't been their game so far. And there's the kick. It's it. Gone in front. And it's gone onto the train tracks. So, half time in the first match of the preseason challenge. The Storm 12, Bulldogs 10. Oh, they got Crons on the watching from the sideline. He's getting an interview done by Jake Duke. Yeah, wow, what a yeah, I can't believe that. I can't believe the Storm are in front from that play. But yeah, thank you guys so much for how the stream's been going. It's I'm sweating buckets here, unfortunately. Just because of how humid it is. It's ridiculous. It's like the weather's been cold, but it's still humid, so it makes you sweat. But yeah, thank you all for choosing to join in. Been really happy with this stream's going. If anyone's got any constructive criticism, please let me know. But yeah, Storm in front. I'm just going to check here because I also put in my channel's community tab, I did put a vote who was going to win this game. 17 votes, 65% for the Bulldogs. So currently, as it's standing, the Storm are about potentially could get their first win at Belmore ever in their career, in their existence as a franchise. So it's just really good to see. I'll be back in a couple of seconds, actually. I'm just going to go and get this water because it's sweltering in here. You can look at my door. I'm back! Just had 11 people watching my door for about 20 seconds. That's pretty cool. It's sweltering. But yeah, it's let's whip up another poll actually whilst we're here. Just gonna go into here. So just a cheeky engagement was start a poll. There we go. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. There we go. There is the poll that we have just put up here. We should get the thing. Yep, there it is. Will the Storm hold on? The thing is, though, is they've been under the pump for most of the game, and like just as they said, they had only been tackled in the Bulldogs 20 3 times compared to the Bulldogs 20 in the other end, but they're in front. Like, how does that work? Big gulp. Well, actually, one question, actually, because I am thinking about putting this aircon on. I just want to get a gauge of, like, how loud is it? Like, can you hear it? It is, like, is it annoying? I might actually need to listen to it on the stream here, so there might be a bit of overlay type thing. You've been tackled in the Bulldogs 20 3 times compared to the Bulldogs. Let's have a listen. Is it bad? I don't know. Is it bad? I don't know. I don't think it sounds too bad. I think we'll just have it running on like on low. Is it bad? I don't know. I don't think it sounds too bad. I think we'll just have it running on like on low. Because if you saw the absolute like dripping of sweat, it'd just be in a constant loop of just of ridiculousness there. But yeah, it's been pretty good so far. Actually, whilst we're here, I'm just going to check to see how many people have actually joined the fantasy. We had about 4 join my fantasy league before the stream. I want to see. I did get notifications of a couple of people that have come in. I believe it was. I was getting like a few email things because they send you an email for every time a person joins your league. We got 5. Okay, we got another person coming in. What? It's hot in Newcastle. It's not hot. It's just for some reason, it's like warm air and like humidity just gets trapped in my room. I need to get like a dehumidifier or something because the ventilation in the house that I'm in is really bad. I might actually have a window open. So yeah, it's like it's not been like hot. Well, I think today was a bit hot. It just takes forever for it to get cool. There has been some days where it's been absolute stinkers butt up here. Newcastle's weather is a bit quirky, to say the very least. Oh, just got to stretch your legs and all that. Okay, question. Do you think the Bulldogs make the 8? It's a hard one because of how the competition's been like so close. It's very hard to try to get a gauge on like what might happen. And I have been a little bit contradictory because I did a bold predictions video for each team, and I did say Bulldogs make the 8. But in my latter predictions, I think I put them 12. So yes and no, but they're going to be. I think they're going to be better this year, but I don't think they're there just yet. I can't see them not. Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, it's not the Bulldogs prediction I gave them that people have been complaining about. The Parramatta one is what's gotten the people mad at me. But yeah, it's like I'd like to see the Bulldogs go well. Especially after the last couple of years they've had. Which has been a bit ridiculous. So the Storm currently with the poll. So will the Storm... They have the players. That is true. It's just about the utilisation of the players. For me, like you saw a team like South last year didn't make the finals. It's just... It's weird. It's... Of how it's going. Why do you have the... What, do you have the Eels outside of the 8? It's worse. It's worse than that. I have them bottom 4. It's weird. It's because it's just I don't know. I'm gonna get so people are gonna be like, what? It's just hello Baha. It's weird. To be fair, it is a bit of a what the hell prediction, kind of like last year. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's just I feel like bottom. I have them like 13th. Wait, 13th? No, I have them 14th. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's one of those very bold ones that if it does happen, I'm a genius. But if it doesn't happen, I'm just a nutcase. Which is true. Like last year, I think the prediction I had last year that was the craziest at the time was I had the Roosters 9th, and this is when they just brought in Brandon Smith and everything, and a lot of people had them like, first and second. And so, and for a longest time, it was almost going to happen, but then they went on that last couple of round run, and then they went all the way to almost to the prelim. So, it's good to know that not just on the video, it's like, it's just a general consensus thing that I'm nuts. You need a straitjacket and a padded room, and it's like, you never know. It's like, if it does happen, I'm going to be the most arrogant person you could possibly be on the internet if it does happen. If it doesn't, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. So with the poll now, will the Storm hold on? 58% of people have gone yes. Interesting. Because this could be like where the Storm just come out and just run roughshod, for all we know. It won't happen. Yeah, it probably won't. Why does Storm come back in every game they play when I watch? Yeah, it's weird, and like genuinely the Storm haven't been good, but they're just still somehow in front. It's a bit ridiculous, but I fully take responsibility for my actions. I think, what other predictions have I had that people were calling out? I had Titans 6th, but I do think they've got like a really good squad and all that, so I'm an Eel supporter and I have them worst at 11th. Yeah, fair enough. 20 to 10 doggies. It'll be a close game. It's probably like what I said in the preamble, but 20 to 15. Ah, right, yeah. Dolphins top 8. I do have the Dolphins top 8, yeah. I think I have them at 8th place. I do have the Sharks just missing out. Because it's weird, because the Sharks have started like slowly going down a little bit, and I don't know, it's... The Sharks are a team that you can't get a read on. They're like a couple of teams, like you just don't know what's going to happen. But in saying that, it's like, because I know like Adam Fanua-Blake's going there in 2025, so I think they'll make the finals at this point. I think they'll make the finals in 2025, but in 2024 I think they're going to just miss out, because how close the season's been, for all we know, Canberra win. The Sharks might be top 8. Alright. At least we can agree on something. So, my cousin supports the Storm but doesn't know any players from Storm but only knows Bulldogs. Keep your enemies closer, I guess. And there we go. The Storm now coming out onto the field somehow in front. Can they hold out for the next 40 minutes and get the first win of the preseason challenge? And now we'll close the poll now. 16 people have now come in. Has it evened out? Let's have a look. No, 60-40. So yes, majority is saying yes, the Storm will hang on. So Storm will kick off. Bulldogs will get first possession of the ball, and the Storm will go. Storm will go screen left. Yeah. Just where's the? There we are. Why is the? I don't know if this is a glitch or anything, but it's, I just want to check something. Yeah, it seems to be alright. It's, when we'll go off half-time, it's just about to go off half-time. The Storm are about to kick off. Sydney has been raining for me. Oh, yeah. And there we go. We have kicked off and underway for the second half. Big run here. Number 27 for the Bulldogs, Curtis Morin. Running rough shot, gets to the 20 for the first tackle. It's just on Streamlabs, which is what I use, the live like counter has just stopped, but the stream is still going. So, do you have it on TV? I only have it on my phone, and I don't have a way to watch it to show it on here, unfortunately. If you go on Twitch, there should be some people doing it who should have it on TV or have it on screen. So here we go, fourth tackle now for the Bulldogs. They've made it past halfway. Really good opening set, which is what they needed to do. That's number 27, Curtis Morin again. 48 last tackle. Burton with a high kick. Hype in there. Bulldogs are chasing, and it's a big wrap down there on the for the Stormers. That's the number 2. It's Dean Iramia, who is one of the try scorers for the Storm. Basically, for both teams to get bonus points, they need to start bagging in the tries. They need 3 each. Just coming out the window. There's the number. Ooh, it's a bit of a high shot there. That's the number 12 for the Storm, Chris Lewis. Storm keeps spreading it out to the left-hand side. It's number 11 there, Kane Bradley. Inside of halfway for the last tackle. There hasn't. Has Josh scored? Do you mean Addo Carr, Max? Just trying to check to see if there is any other Josh that you're potentially on about. Because Addo Carr isn't in the team. And it's a penalty to the Bulldogs on the 30. But it's a crusher tackle. Yeah, a bit of a dangerous position there for him. Yeah, so the only try scorers at the moment, so for the Bulldogs, it's Blake Wilson and Eli Clark. And for the Storm, Ryan Pappenhausen and Dean Iramia. some reason the stream is just cut off. I'm just going to try to deal with this. So we're in a bit of a mystery here if anything has happened. Oh, it's now starting to rain. Sweet. Just give me a quick second. I'm praying that nothing has happened. I might need to get into a different account. Please bear with me for this for a second. Got to do it the hard way. I don't know if anyone's. I hope no one has actually scored. God, I don't know if anything's happened. I'm so sorry for this. Oh God. Just this is stress. This is a stressful. Okay, come on, we can do it. Wrong email. No, just fine. Sign me in. God, I'm praying nothing's happened. Password. Log in. Wrong password. No, what the? This is ridiculous. God damn it! Come on. We're trying. Why is there 15 people watching me struggle trying to get this stream back up? Just any so okay. Almost. Oh God. Okay, nothing. No. Trust me. Sorry, I'm so. God damn it. Because there's because for some reason people have decided to go on and of using all the streams, so I'm now trying to sign in. Be back in a sec. Nowhere. Just been in my room. This is. Yeah, for some reason, KO has like kicked me. This is ridiculous. It's like, for some reason, KO is just like, just straight up not allowing anyone to get on, and it's kicked me out of the stream. I'm trying to get this back on. Luckily, nothing's happened in the last couple of minutes that I know of, but it's. Okay, good, we're back. Sorry, I do apologise for that. So the Bulldogs have got the ball. Must have kicked it into for a penalty, so... First tackle, 20 metres out for the Dogs. Number 27 there, Curtis Moran, now 10 metres out from the try line. Second tackle for the Dogs. Out to... Oh, set restart now. Samuel Hughes now 5 metres away from the try line. This will be the first tackle for the restart. Bulldogs now spreading it out to the left. Try to get a pass out. Oh, and it's the steal of the ball, and the Storm are running. They've got one player to beat. Brilliant wrap-up tackle there by the number 20 of Bailey Hayward. That was the number 21 of Thomas Rafter, who picks up the mistake from the Bulldogs and gets all the way to halfway for the first tackle. Now the number 17. Yeah, there is a number 17, but it wasn't put down on the team list. Now, number 7 goes down with it. Of Pezzett. Second tackle, still inside of the half. Now the number 16 here for the Storm, Lazarus Valapu. Storm trying to get out to the left. Long ball out to the left-hand side. Storm still going with it. It's number 5 there. Tuolapu Katoa. Fourth tackle, 20 metres out now for the Storm. And to be fair, from getting the ball like on halfway, the Storm have really haven't done a lot with it. They've only gotten about 30 metres away from the try line now. Pezzett, kick over the top. Taken by Blake Taff. And Taff will get brought down inside the 20 for the first tackle. I just want to check to see everything's still working. Audio still works. Taken by Blake. Yep. Okay, sweet. So we're back to being sorted after all that. So inside the 40 now for the Bulldogs on the third tackle. The number 21 there, Josh Papali, just near halfway. And that's the number 10 of Samuel Hughes going off after an absolute, actually a very solid session from the big lad. And that's a knock on there by the Bulldogs. So the Storm will get the ball, I believe, around halfway as we're 9 minutes gone in this second half. And Blake Taff now coming off the field after actually a very solid 50 minutes. 123 run meters for him and a line break assist. Very promising signs there for Blake Taff, the new fullback for the Bulldogs. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So scrum feed now for the Storm. It's 40 out from the try line here. They go to the left-hand side. It's the number 23 of Stanley Hewen, brought down inside of the 40, inside of the Bulldogs half. Now the number 12. Okay, we just saw him. Number 26, the quadruple barrel, Jonte Jr. is on the field. Passing out to the side now to the Storm. It's now number 22 of Kararua Stokes Mahara. And it's a penalty to the Storm for a high shot. So this is actually giving Storm prime positioning for a chance to extend their lead into a two-score lead. There we go. Pezza kicks it into touch. And again, the Melbourne Storm have only been tackled 3 times in the opposition's 20. There's Bulldogs 31, yet the Storm are in front. Explain that one. Explain it. You can't. 10 metres out now. First tackle for the Storm. Huge chance for them. Number 8 there for the Storm, Tristan Power, 5 metres out from the try line. Second tackle. The Storm will send it to the left-hand side. They spread it really far out to the left. It's the number 17 with the ball. And they're going to drag him out. Big 4-man tackle there by the Bulldogs. Bringing out the number... Trying to figure out who the number 17 is for the Storm because they didn't put it down on the team list. Is it even the 17? Josh Papali really feeling that momentum there. It's like, it's preseason, man. But, you know, showing out for the Bulldogs. And there we go. Bulldogs now taking the first hit up inside of the 20 for the first tackle. As we've now gone past the first 11 and a half minutes of the second half, sorry. Bronson Jerry probably going to get a full game out of him here because he's been still in the park and he's been going actually pretty well for his return to rugby league. Offload attempt there by the Bulldogs. Oh, he was called held. They need to get a couple of offloads because they get bonus points. But there's number 27 there, Curtis Moran. Under halfway for the 4th tackle. Now it's a number 15 for the Bulldogs. It's Pawasa Masili, who's also had a pretty good game so far for him. Now there's the kick for the last tackle. Toby Sexton now on the park. And now that's Tuapolotu Katoa brought down inside the 10 for the first tackle. Sorry, I went fluoride stare on you for a little bit. But good defence here by the Bulldogs, keeping the Storm inside of the 20. It's the 3rd. Oh, almost a squeak through there for the number 23 of Kararua Stokes Mahara. But still inside of the 20, the Bulldogs. Yeah, they've only made the 25 for the 4th tackle. And yeah, last tackle, the Storm only making it to a 30. Good defensive set here by the Dogs. Now Pezzett with the last tackle kick. And it's taken there by the number 21 of Thomas Rafter, who is going in for fullback to replace Blake Taff. And Rafter gets to halfway for the first tackle. So now the 5 of Gerald Skelton. It's actually not Thomas Rafter. Number 21 is Josh Papali because Thomas Rafter plays for the Storm. Looked at the wrong side there, and the Storm holding out a little bit here as the Bulldogs try to go up the guts now. 3rd tackle, about 35 out from the try line. Now to the right, it's the number 16 of Liam Knight. Gets 25 out now for the 4th tackle. Now out to the left-hand side here, the Dogs, they're going fast. It's a one-on-one step, and it's a try for Jarrell Skelton, who's been absolutely brilliant for them this match, taking all the kicks and the pressure, and the Bulldogs have taken back the lead. And he deserved a try here for this match. I think Joker Fortnite, I think he was referring to Addo Carr, but he's not in the team. Unless he does mean Joash Papali, but we're not too sure. Bronson Jerry getting the try assist. Good on him. It was a good pass to him at speed. So there we go. The Bulldogs now with 3 tries, 14-12. It's just things you like to see. I'm actually happy for Jarrell Skelton. Very solid showing for him, and gets a try for it as well. It's going to be another difficult kick here near the sideline for the Bulldogs. God damn, can we actually stop with the frame rate being ridiculously slow? Be nice. But, there we are. So here comes the kick. Toby Sexton. Was it the Titans, formerly? And the kick near the sideline. This will make it 16-12 with 24.5 remaining in this matchup. God, he's got a face on him, doesn't he? And here comes the kick from Sexton. He steps up to take it, and he's knuckled it, but he just misses the post. And it's going to remain 14-12 to the Bulldogs. So there we go. Just getting a bit of information from Jarrell Skelton from their commentary. So he's a former Union product. He played for the Rebels. Good he got into to the Bulldogs when he could, because the Rebels have gone broke. They went into administration. It was just a bit of a sad situation of affairs for Union. Not good at all, especially because, in like 3 years' time we host the World Cup for them. Storm kick off now, 24.5 remaining in this matchup, and here comes a run from the sideline from... That's not Toby Sexton, is it? It's a bloke that looks like him. It's the number 23 for the Dogs. It is Jack Todd. And the Bulldogs are getting good meters now. 2nd tackle, and they're at the 30. Now down to the left. It's the number 11. The big rig of Kidione Katoga. Oh, the big rigs are just making the ball move. They're moving the chains. Liam Knight now with a run. Gone over halfway. 4th tackle, and they're moving really quick here. Almost a breakthrough there for Josh Papali now. It's 30 metres out now. Last tackle for the Dogs. High pressure kick here. And it's taken by the number 22 of the Storm, being Kararua Stokes Mahara. It'll be the first tackle inside the 10. And here comes the Dogs defence, where they made the Storm pay and were able to run to the and get the try. And they're just going to try to keep them inside the 10. And they're doing it well. It's the third tackle. And they haven't gone past the 10. Just good defensive play here by the Bulldogs, suffocating the Storm, not giving them an inch. Oh, Kidioni Katoga absolutely putting the shoulder into his chin. Oh, the charge down. Oh, the ball's going to go out. It's going to be played at. So it's going to be the Storm's ball inside of the 10. Oh, boy. Big charge. He's kicked it into him. So is it played at? Pez has kicked it right into the hand of one of the Bulldogs players, but does that count as play? It does, unfortunately. So it's a play the ball at the 10. But the Bulldogs defense is just going to keep going. But Kidioni Katoga, what a rig. It's beautiful to see. Oh, number 15 getting into it as well. Paisa for Mo Silly. Both of them just rigs. There's the number 20 there. Sheldon Diaz for the Storm getting to the 30 for the third tackle. Number 12 there was Chris Lewis, who ate the hit. Again, the Bulldogs keep suffocating them, but the Storm have gone out of the 20. They're now near the 40 for the fourth tackle. And they're spreading it out now, the Storm. Oh, it's a knock on. And it's going to be a scrum feed for the Bulldogs 40 metres out. So another chance for the Storm to extend their lead. Bellamy's blowing up. Just sloppy mistake there. So here we go. Can the Bulldogs continue with their momentum and extend their lead? You'd hope so, at least. 40 metres out now. Full set of 6. 21 and a half remaining in this matchup. Oh, it's a high shot there around the number 17 of Jordan Samrani. No penalty called there, which is interesting. It was around the neck. Oh, and it's a knock on there by Liam Knight. The ball's popped out, so the Storm have battled out of it. So the Storm will now get the ball and be able to probably cross into the Bulldogs' halves, unless the game just starts becoming excruciatingly sloppy. Bulldogs are so much. I think I said I think the Bulldogs would win before the game, didn't I? Unless I'm just an absolute gaslighting liar. So 30 on the 35 inside of their own half, the Storm will get the ball from the scrum. Second half completion rate. The Bulldogs have been the more costly with it. There's the first tackle on the 40-metre line for the Storm. There we go, 40 metres out now. Third tackle for the Storm. Number 20 here, Sheldon Diaz, gets brought down 35 out. Fourth tackle. Trying to get the pass out here. It's the number 15 of Kaius Fertilli. Last tackle, 30 out for the Storm. Kick by Russell Smith. And it'll be taken by Jarrell Skelton on the 10 for the first tackle. We've now entered the final 20 minutes of the match. Still sweating up a storm, even with the window open and the air conditioner going. Bulldogs, yeah, the Bulldogs are having good momentum at the moment. Oh, incorrect play of the ball from the number 17 there for the Bulldogs of Jordan Samrani, but is there challenges in this? I don't think there is. Trying to get the ball up and the ball's popped out. So the Storm 40 metres out from the try line will get a full set of 6. Yep, that's all on him, unfortunately. So a chance here for the Storm to potentially take back the lead if it's possible with a good set. Less than 19 remaining in the half. Here we go. Passing it out to the left-hand side. It's the number 18 of Trey Stewart. Brought down 35 away from the try line for the first tackle. Trying to get the runs into the middle here. It's the number 20 of Sheldon Diaz who gets an offload off. That'll go to the counter. I don't know why I'm happy, but this means nothing now. I mean, 100 grand's on the line for the club. Number 8 there, that's Tristan Powell, who's actually been a pretty solid stalwart here for the Storm. Third tackle, 25 out. Storm will spread it out to the left. It's a 3-on-2. They get it out to the winger. But the Bulldogs' defence is holding out strong. As Katoa gets brought down. 15 out. Fourth tackle. They keep it spreading. The bounce. Oh, bit of a hospital bounce there, but picked up by Thomas Rafter now. 20 metres out. 30 actually. Last tackle here for the Storm. Kicking it up high into the air. No one's taken it. Been a massive miscommunication between about 5 Bulldogs players on who to take it. I believe it's now Jonathan Sewer, the number 22, who ends up picking the ball up. And gets brought down on the 30 for the first tackle. Now we've got the number 19 there of Harry Hayes, who gets caught up inside of the 40 for the second tackle. Bulldogs are trying to run it into the middle here. The number 26 of Lapoi Hapoi. Some potential guys, blokes who can break out into the team in the next couple of years. Some of them have been really good. There's the number 16 of Liam Knight. Big run there. 35 out from the Storm's try line on the fourth tackle. Sexton's broken through the line. Brought down 15 out. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Oh, the pass has gone wary. It's a kick from the forward. And it goes dead in touch. And it's going to be a 20-metre restart and a 7-tackle set for the Storm. 16 and a half remaining in this game. And just for everyone to know, draws end as draws. So there's no golden point. If it's a draw, to draw. There's the second tackle here for the Storm. Now at the inside of the 40. And it's a mistake here by the number 17 for the Storm, who I actually don't know what his name is because the team list had no one there. So 30 metres out, the Bulldogs will have the ball for a full set of 6 and a chance to extend their lead. And by the way things are going, I actually feel kind of bad because I said it was like, 46 and a half over and under, and I said the over. And it's currently at 26, so we need about 21 points in the next 15 minutes. I feel bad for him if he actually put the bet on. 35 out. Full set of 6 now for the Bulldogs. I think it's 2 more tries to get the bonus, or is it 3? Because there's 5 plus. Here's the run here for the Bulldogs. Number 17, Jordan Samrani. Inside of the 30 for the first tackle. They'll spread it now into the middle. I believe that's Josh Papali. 20 metres out now, second tackle. Trying to spread it out. The number 25's broken the line. Stopped just on the line. It was Luke Smith there. 2 metres out. Third tackle for the Dogs. They'll spread it. Oh, it's a 2-on-1 here if they do it well. The 17's a ball hog. Oh, what strength from the number 17. From the Storm, just manhandles him and prevents him from hitting the ground. Fourth tackle now for the Dogs. And they get held out. Fifth tackle now for the Bulldogs. 5 out on the far right-hand side. They'll spread it to the left, surely. Here they go. 3-on-2. That's what you want. And Bronson Zeri gets the try in his return to rugby league. And that now puts the Bulldogs 18-12 up against the Storm with 14 remaining. There we go. He's back. Edit says, I am fat. As I... We are... We're in the same boat, brother. So there we go. 18-12 with a kick to come. And the conversion will make it an 8-point lead. And gives the Bulldogs a bit of an advantage into this match. There we go. Bronson Xerri. But I've got to figure out who this number 17 is. Who is it? I need to find out. Here we go. Team list. It genuinely doesn't say they have a 17. Oh, here we go. 17. I'm actually an idiot. It's Kobe Williamson, who's been on the park the whole time. I actually have had him written down the whole time, but I've just seen. Can I get a go the fucking Bulldogs? Go the fucking Bulldogs! Knights fan, by the way. Bronson Xerri, 1 try, 131 run meters. A good shift in your return back to professional rugby league. And he's on the bench. And here comes the conversion attempt from Sexton right on the sideline. If he gets this, it's a two-score lead. Somewhat. Good net crack. Tabby Sexton now with the kick. Oh, yeah, he's coming that back, and it's in 20 points to 12 with just under 13 remaining in this match. But yeah, Kobe Williamson, Joey Johns or Thurston. As a Knights fan, I have to go with Thurston, but it's... No, shit. No, Johns, sorry. So, as a Knights fan, I have to go with Johns. But that's just a personal preference. I do think Thurston's still a fantastic player and maybe better than him, but just like me, Johns. There's a kickoff there by the Storm. That's the number 26, Lapoi Hapoi. Coming in, so under the 15 for the first tackle. Now that's Joash Papali'i. I believe I've been actually pronouncing it wrong the whole time. So we need 15 points. It's still possible. 12.5 to go. So if the bloke did take the overs, we could help him here. So 4 line breaks and 4 tries. So apparently it's saying if there is a line break, if it's another try, the Bulldogs will get a bonus point. And if it's another line break, they get a bonus. And that's a really good kick into touch from halfway into the 10. Putting the Storm on the back foot here. Really good kick there by Toby Sexton. Really good kick. God damn, the 10 meter area on the field at Belmore is absolutely torn to shreds. Been streaming now for over 2 hours. Wouldn't be anywhere else. Now can the Bulldogs keep him in there? Second tackle. The Storm are still inside of the 20. As we're starting to eye down the last couple of minutes. There's Jonte Jr., Bethan Mister, the quadruple barrel name player. I did think as a player of ones to watch because I'd like to see him score. Fourth tackle. They're going to go for a kick here. Could they go for a 40-20? It's 2 infield. And it's going to be picked up by Papali'i. And it's a good run. It will get up to the 40 for the first tackle as we've just gone under 11 minutes remaining in this match. You've got to think maybe one more try here for the Bulldogs. And that should be able to do it. Number 17 there for the Dogs, Jordan Samarani. Oh, bodied. My prediction is right so far. It is, actually, yeah, you're right. Bulldogs now. Oh, here comes a run. 10 metres out on the right-hand side. Last tackle for the Dogs. They should probably spread it to the left. Kick to the left-hand side. Oh, and it's been battered by somebody and gotten a touch. And who's touched it? By the way the Storm are reacting, it was batted backwards. So it looks like to be a goal line dropout. As we're now under the last 10 minutes of the match. But yeah, that number, Josh Papali'i, looks good. Yeah, so here comes the goal line dropout. Can we see the actual proper new rule of going into touch be placed? Attempted short kick, but it's too heavy. Taken by the Bulldogs, number 25 of Luke Smith, who gets brought down 20 metres out for the first tackle. One more try could probably do it here for the Dogs. It would get them a bonus point. Your prediction might be right. Yeah. Very much could be. Now onto the right-hand side, the Dogs go. Liam Knight now about 4 metres away from the try line now for the third tackle. The Bulldogs will spread it now to the left-hand side. Oh, it's been bobbled by the 26 of Lapoya Poi. And the Storm hang on. They need to get a try in the next couple of minutes or it'll be too little too late. They'll take the hell back to the 0 tackle on the 10 for the knock-on by Hapoi. It's 8:35 PM for me right now. Same for me, actually. But again, the Bulldogs' defence has been really good and just keeping the Storm at bay. I think the Storm still haven't really been tackled in the opposition 20. And it's another lost ball by the Storm. So the Bulldogs will get the ball 30 metres out for a full set of 6. And with 8 minutes probably remaining, there is a very high chance if the Storm do score, the Bulldogs score. That should be it for them. The number 16 there for the Storm, Lazarus Vuolepu, losing the ball in the tackle. So here we go, 30 metres out. One more try would also get the bonus point for 5 plus tries. And if you get a line break as well, that's another bonus point. So you've got to maximise those points if you want that 100k. And there's a break down the line to the left-hand side, and it's the number 22 of Jonathan Su'A. Straight off the scrum, and that you'd think would do it 24-12 with the kick to come. That should be able to do it. If they get the conversion, I think it's be really doubtful if the Storm could get 3 tries in about probably 6 minutes. And that should be a line break as well, so that should be 2 bonus points. So I think it's like 15 points for a win. So that means that the Bulldogs should be on about 17, almost maximum points for this win. So they've got a good chance of taking the 100k and winning the pre-season challenge. So there we go. The predictions at the were right. Bulldogs are going to take the win, but interestingly, the halftime predictions were wrong because people were saying yes, the Storm are going to hang on, but the Storm haven't really done a lot this half. They've just been kind of bodied by the Bulldogs. It was Jonathan Su'A's first run of the ball. Yeah, 15 metres and a try. So 6 times winding down. I voted no. Good on you, and you were correct. You got all your predictions right. So Toby Sexton now with the kick right from the sideline. This to probably put the game to bed at 26-12. Sexton, he's drilled it, but he's hit the post. So it's going to remain 24-12, so with 6 minutes to go, I think at this point the Storm, all the best they can do is potentially draw it and get 2 converted tries, and then that's it because there's no golden point. Everybody thinking doggies are bad, but from these signs, the Bulldogs have got a good future. Like, they've been playing like really good. They've got squad depth, which is amazing to see. It's like the whole group recruitment. Is Remus still on? Let me have a look for you, mate. As the Storm have kicked it off. Remus Smith, yes, he's still on the park. Jibbo? Gilbo. I think they're playing in LA this season. Yeah, Las Vegas. There's a Bulldogs now second tackle. Cheers, need him to score a try. Yeah, the Bulldogs have kind of been dominant the last couple of minutes, but hope it happens for you, man. Honestly, in terms of the stats, the Storm have been dominated nearly the entire match. But hang on, it's a penalty here for the Bulldogs. Is it a penalty? No, it's a knock on. So the Bulldogs will get the ball. Not the Bulldogs. The Storm will get the ball on their 30-metre line. Now we've got less than 5 minutes remaining in this match. Cheers, mate. Stoggy's won, Storm lost. You never know. There's still like 4 minutes to go. Like, they could just score a. You never know, but it's looking pretty unlikely for the Storm to. Storm can at best tie it at this point. There's 4.5 to go. Second tackle now. It's the number 9 of Osiliasi Prescott. And now the Storm cross over halfway for the third tackle. 45 away from the try line. Now that's Russell Smith, who burrows over 35 away from the try line. If Storm somehow win, I'm going to break my monitor. I don't think they can win. I think they could probably just tie the game, because they'd have to score 2 converted tries and then get some point. Last tackle, 25 out now for the Storm. Russell Smith with a grubber kick. And it's been covered up by Joash Papali'i. 15 out for the first tackle. Less than 4 minutes now remaining in this game. Might just do a quick check to see if there is like an offload counter. Six line breaks, so the Bulldogs have gotten the line breaks, the Storm haven't. No, they haven't gotten the offloads off, so currently the Bulldogs will get 2 bonus points. How long till game finished? Gilbo, about 3 minutes. And the Bulldogs, the Storm are probably going to have like 2 possessions. Here's a last tackle kick from Sexton about. And it's going to kick over the top, and it's going to be a 20-minute restart and a 7 tackle set for the Storm. So they need to score off this set. And hopefully it's Remus Smith for Gilbo's case. Waiting for the Storm players to get on side, and there we go. There's the run. As Katoa gets to the 30 for the first tackle. Remus Smith now with the ball. Almost bobbled her, but he gets brought down inside of the 40 for the first tackle. Now the number 9 there of Prescott. Just shy of halfway for the second tackle. Now I believe that's Wishart. No, it's Powell, sorry. Third tackle, the Storm are inside of the Bulldogs' half. There's the 26 of the quadruple barrel name of Bethan Missa. Storm going down the right-hand side. And almost a breakthrough there for Stokes Mahara. Last tackle, 25 out, and there's a high kick. There's a lot of chases here for the Storm. He's got the ball! But he's going to get held up. It was the number 18 of Trey Stewart. Unfortunate there. That could have been a great try. But the Bulldogs will hang on, and they've got 1:30 to just chew out the clock. So the Bulldogs now just take the tackles as much as you can. First tackle, 90 seconds remaining. When I mentioned earlier in the at the beginning of the stream that the Melbourne Storm had never won at Belmore before tonight, and it is gonna continue because the Bulldogs have played them off the park. In all honesty, it's just somehow they were able to get those 2 tries off against the run of play and go into the sheds at half time in front. But the Bulldogs showing their depth, and it's really good. Fourth tackle kick for a 40-20 attempt. So 50 seconds remaining for the Storm. Can they get any bit of a try to end it somewhat on a high? It's number 18 here on a decent run. Gets to the 40 inside of his own half for the first tackle. Number 18 there, Tree Stewart. It's number 14 here. Down the line, it's a line break. It's number 24, actually. It's Mitchell Jennings. 30 metres out now. Second tackle for the Storm. They could potentially get a try here, but it won't mean anything in terms of the win. Oh, here's the play. Big rig run. Kick it again, buddy. No, he's missed it. But he's grabbing the ball. The number 10 of Samuel Hughes. And 8 seconds to go. The Bulldogs will just take out the tackle as fast as you can. 3, 2, 1. It's a ruck infringement. The siren will sound. Attempted field goal. Toby Sexton, has he got it? And he's missed it. So there we go. That is the final whistle. The Bulldogs have won, honestly, pretty convincingly, 24 points to 12 over the Melbourne Storm in the first match of the preseason challenge. Reserve teams, true. Now the Bulldogs get the bonus point for the line breaks and the 5 tries, so I believe it takes them up to 17 points, but no line... I think how the points work now, it's like 15, 9, and 3. So you get points if you lose. No one really got any offloads off, so there's no bonus points there, but the Bulldogs getting close to the maximum. So there we have it. Just going to check quickly how the points for the preseason challenge work. Because I think the points are now there. They showed different metric of points. I think it's 15, 9, and 3 for win, draw, loss. Because I believe, with the way it's looking, the Storm are going to be sitting on nothing. Just tell me how the bloody...
In the World Cup challenge against...
So there we go. So, okay, so it's 12 points for a win, 6 points for a draw. Not so. The Bulldogs finished with 14 points, almost on the maximum, and the Melbourne Storm finished with 0 points. That's unfun. So, thank you all for watching. If you want to join me tomorrow, I'll be doing the All-Stars matches, both women's and the men's. But I'll also be doing the Hull KR versus Hull FC match at 7 AM in the morning if you want to watch some English Rugby League. Anyways, thank you all very much, and I will see you all later.